Walk that talk. We back at it. IG trying to stop our communication process here, but we gonna get it right. Got Cleo Hill checking in with me. He's right here. We gonna get that connection going, Cleo. Cleo coached in Nebraska, coached Mount Zion Prep. When Tracy McGrady was there. He coached at Shaw University, winning CIAA chips. Got the career started at Flip Murray at Shaw. For him to go on to the NBA out of Shaw. Now Cleo's the head coach of Winston-Salem State University in North Carolina. Winning chips there too. You know what I mean? We're going to chop it up with him on the HBCU history. Coaching the CIAA. Coaching Tracy McGrady. You know? All that, man. We're going to bring him in right now, next few minutes. Waiting for him to pull up right now, everybody. On Walk That Talk. Hope y'all doing good out there, staying social distancing. COVID-19 friendly. Cleo should be pulling up any minute. He was just here. I think he's trying to get his connection right. But Cleo's a good dude, man. He's from Orange, New Jersey, my neighborhood. Played with my uncles and them back, you know what I mean, his time. But yeah, man, wait for Cleo. He should be here in the next few minutes. He was just here, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Walk That Talk podcast. Gonna get Cleo Hill in here any second now. Any second she be getting in here. Hope y'all doing good out there. Cleo, where is Cleo? Had to send him a message, let him know we here. Ooh, got a Cincinnati great Kenny Satterfield checking with me later today. We're gonna catch up, man. Gonna Walk That Talk, man. Hope y'all been tuning in to the podcast. You know what I mean? Enjoying the show. You know, try to bring in different people every day. Keep you entertained, man. Yeah, I'm waiting on Cleo to pull up right now. See what's going on. See what's going on. Cleo, where you at, baby? It's nice out today. Cleo, where my man Cleo at? Gotta take a little sippy sip, you know, a little Kool-Aid. You know, they didn't pay for this advertisement, but we're gonna block them out. You gotta pay for sponsorship on this show, baby. You don't get no free advertisement. You don't get no free advertisement over here. Dale, what up, boy? What up, everybody tuning in right now? Waiting on my guy, Cleo Hill. Waiting on my guy, Cleo Hill, pulling in right now. Cleo, you know what I mean? Good people, man. Been in the coaching game a while. Doing this thing, man. Won titles, like I said, at Shaw University, CIAA tournaments, HBCU school. Now he's at Winston-Salem State. There goes Cleo right there. Send that request, love. I'll pull you up. Yeah, Cleo. I mean, I think he's gonna probably win another chip this year. And Shaw, man. I mean, Winston-Salem. HBCU hoops. Historic black college, man. Send a request, Cleo, so I can pull you in. Oh man. Cleo Hill. Waiting on a request, Cleo. It ain't came through yet. Send a request so I can pull you in, bro. Oh, there you go. Come on now. Get my man in. Get my man. I hear you. I hear you. Connected. Get the
All
good
right.
brother up in the head.
We good?
I hear you,
You
Cleo.
can hear me
There
good?
we go. There we go.
All
Yeah,
right.
I hear you good. Let's get it. What's up,
Man,
man?
nothing, man. Just getting into the office for the first time since we got back from the
Oh,
national. I don't know what
okay.
office. It's hot, man. How you been?
You out there in Winston? I've been good, man.
Okay.
You out there in Winston-Salem, man. I know that just got that.
I see you doing your thing. Walk that talk.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know, trying to, enlighten the kids on the culture, man.
There it is.
Basketball,
No, that's
all
good,
sides of
man.
basketball, you know what I
Proud
mean?
of you, man. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man. Well, we've been trying to connect for a long time, man. You know what I'm saying? From high school to college, you know what I'm saying? We've been trying to connect
You're
on a
kind
few
of
things
fading
for
in
a
and
long
out.
time, man. I said we've been trying to connect for a long
I know.
time.
Hey,
Can you
you
hear me?
fading out a little bit, though.
Oh, yeah. Let me fix it.
The screen is kind
Signal
of
might be a
freezing.
little cross. There we go. Good.
I wonder if I need to
We
move
good?
somewhere in here.
It's clear on my. Oh, it's clear on my side. You can see me.
I can see you. You just keep fading out.
Look. Oh, I'm fading out. Hold on.
You know, you
Let me
good
get the
right now.
station going. That's good right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, right there is good.
All right.
Talk productions out there.
All right. Yeah. Production. My camera crew took a little vacation on me this week, but Cleo, I want to get catch up where you got started in the game, man. Coaching, man.
Long time ago, Sherrod. Long time ago. Actually started coaching in Australia. My second year over there, I was player head coach, and I also was the head coach of the under 14 girls team. That's when I first started.
Okay. In
Yeah,
Australia. Well, will you be playing pro
yeah,
over there in
yeah.
Australia?
Playing pro over there for the Swan Hill Thule Bluck Flyers.
Okay. Was nobody named Dietrich on that team, was it?
No, no. Now
Uh-huh.
after the second year, I left. I'm not sure who took my place and the other Americans' place that was on the team. Both of us left that same year, so they could have came after.
Okay. That's what's up. So you leave Australia, you come to America, and where you start coaching when you get to
I
America?
come back and I start substitute teaching at my alma mater, Orange High School. And at the time, it was Coach
Okay.
Thompson. He asked me to coach the freshman team and assist him on the
Okay.
varsity. So I did that. Had some success on my freshman team, but really the varsity really started to come into their own that year of '92.
Okay. So 92. I remember that Orange High team. They won the tournament champions then, boy.
That was '94. That was a tough squad, and they were ranked nationally at the end of the season. I think it was like number
Okay.
12 or number 15.
Yeah, you had my guy Duval Simmons. You had Skip.
Duval.
You had a lot. You had some ballers on that Orange High
Yeah,
team,
yeah.
man.
No, look,
Guys,
look.
guys, I looked up
Everybody
to.
was giving Duval a hard time that he had to go up against Tim Thomas. I was like, wow, that's a tall order. But Duval
Yeah.
outplayed Tim. He outplayed him. He outplayed him. I think Tim had
Yeah.
his first two possessions were dunks, and it was going to be a
Oh, yeah.
long
I
night.
remember that spin.
And
I remember
Duval really
played.
played.
Yeah, but Skip, they couldn't stop Skip on that break, man.
Couldn't stop him.
Skip was just out there, man.
Those three guys
Skip,
of Duval, Skip, and Ra, yeah,
Kaka,
and Cock came
yeah,
in that game and did some good stuff. I thought Cock had a better run to the finals. I thought that final game, Jamal Forster really steadied us. Really steadied us.
yeah, yeah. Jamal Foster's a good defender,
Yeah,
point
true
guard, man.
point
That's my
guard.
guy right
True
there,
point
man.
guard.
Yeah. All my guys from Orange High, man. I had Boobie Sampson on that team.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
Boobie
played.
North Rams with me.
Who we played, and I'm not sure which one of them hit a big shot down the stretch. I'm not sure if it was Poobie or Greg Young. One of them hit a big shot inside a minute.
I think somebody went to the free throw line or
Yeah,
something. Wasn't it?
yeah,
Yeah, I think it was.
I think it might have been. I think it might have been. It was.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, no, whatever it was. I know it was a big moment in the game, and both of them, Greg and Poobie, played for my freshman team, and they got moved up as sophomores.
Okay, yep. Okay, yeah. So you do the Orange High thing. Then from Orange High you go to what school you go to coaching then?
From Orange High, I got the opportunity to coach with the person who got me into this business, Ed Butler. I coached with at EKB, and from there he introduced me to the college game. And I remember there were
good guy, Eddie Butler, man. He definitely helped me get to JUCO.
Yeah, Ed is
like
that guy, man. He loves to help. That's the joy that he gets out of it, and he's good at it. He's good at helping kids get to college. More importantly, in the right place for them, and the same with coaching.
Yeah. He's definitely good. Definitely good people, man. I know them a long time, man.
Hey, look, he don't play no games though. If you're not handling your business, he's gonna let you know about it. For players and coaches.
He definitely will. He been around a long time, man. Yeah, so he's been doing since the 80s, late 80s, 90s. Yeah. So you started working at Eddie Butler?
Yeah,
from Eddie Butler.
He had some options on the table. Some options came up. He took me first to ABC camp. And at that time, I did not know what it was, and Ed explained it a lot to me. And I met.
I remember seeing you at ABC camp.
Yeah, I became a regular after that. But there were already two things he had on the table for me. One was Quinnipiac, and one was Alcorn State, where I interviewed by phone with both of them. Then he took me to ABCD camp, and I met someone that I didn't go to school with him, but he came on a visit my senior year. And he remembered me as soon as I came in, and he asked me what I was doing, and I told him looking for a college job. And he said, well, look, I can help with that. You just got to help me. And I said, okay. And he wanted me to train one of his players. I said, okay, I'll take a look at him. In the meantime, he introduced me to a bunch of coaches that it really took me aback. He introduced me to Dean Smith, John Thompson, Coach K.
Yeah, they was all at ABC.
And Tubby Smith. And at the time, I was like, why do all these coaches want to know him? And that's because eventually he would have the number one player in the country who I was going to be training, which turned out to be Tracy McGrady. And at the time, I didn't think a high school player could could go to the NBA out of high school. I knew Darryl Dawkins had done it in Moses Malone, but that was a little while ago. And
Kobe just did it.
yeah, Kobe was the year before, and that was the sell. That Kobe did it, and we had the next one. So I agreed to come down there to Mount Zion with him.
But what did it for Tracy McGrady was the All-Star game.
Legendary.
He did that windmill dunk on my man James Felton. Rest in peace. Jersey City.
Yeah, no, it was
in that All-Star game.
Hey, look, he turned it out, and at the time, Lamar Odom was the number one player in the country.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
In that game, it was Lamar Odom, Deion Glover, Anthony Perry, Eli.
Nice class.
It was all of them. It was all the top dudes for Adidas at that time.
Yeah, no.
Coach K, Coach K and all of them being at
Yeah, no, they packed it.
It was a wrap.
They packed it. Looking at that talent, man.
It was a wrap. Yeah, it was a wrap when Tracy did that, man. Ain't nobody did that.
Yeah, I mean, looking back,
he was up there too.
Looking back at it now, I thought he was so deficient in how he shot the ball, and his body wasn't developed, and a lot of people don't know that he didn't really go right. He went left all the time, and that was something that the NBA scouts were concerned with. And looking back, I didn't see Hall of Fame there, but he developed a work ethic that was almost unmatched from what I was seeing.
Yeah, because we're supposed to make that game happen. I think one MLK weekend, St. Pat's versus Mount Zion. We was gonna drive down there and spank on you guys, but but we never got to happen.
Hey, Sharon, I don't know how that would have turned out for y'all, man. Look, we'll never know. We'll never know. Who y'all have on that team?
Boy, it was me, Al Harrington. It was in my junior year. Yeah, Al Harrington, Jermaine Clark, Jerome Holmes.
Look,
we was like, "What? We gonna play Mount Zion?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to put that game together." It was supposed to be MLK weekend. I don't know if y'all stopped answering the phone. I don't know what happened, man, but we was coming down Carolina.
Yeah, no, I mean that crew was good. That was actually, nobody knows that. When the coach first contacted me about wanting to train Tracy, he sent me on a kid down there that I need you to get. I didn't know how the game worked then. I didn't know I was tampering on enemy lines. The coach wanted me to recruit one.
Okay.
Yeah, he wanted me to recruit Al. So, I know Al when he was like 12 and 10. So I got in contact with his mom, and we talked a little bit. And pretty soon, I didn't know I was developing enemies. Coach, what's the coach's name? Boyle and one of my friends, man, Sandy. They were hot with me. I didn't know. I didn't know they were hot.
Oh yeah. That was the machine behind Al.
Yeah.
Back then. Sandy and Boyle, man.
Mm-hmm.
You could mess with them too.
Yeah. No, Al. Look, you remember Al from when he was younger, man. Al was real heavy as a kid, man. Yeah. He was a heavy kid, man, and then he lost all that weight. He became a player. A real player.
Yeah. He got in the gym and got
a lot of work, man.
Worked on. Yeah.
A lot of work he put into the game.
Sandy made sure he was in the gym. He was like, Sandy, ain't call me nothing.
Yeah, no, he made sure.
Like,
he made sure.
Yeah. He's like, yo, I ain't know you was gonna be in the gym this early, Sandy.
Yeah.
Nah, that's my man. Secret workouts, but yeah, man. So you was trying to steal our player, man.
I didn't know it was stealing. I didn't know it was stealing at the time. I didn't know. I was young in the game at that point.
Yeah, because I remember you telling me at ABCD you was going down to Mount
Yeah,
Zion. That's what I seen you talking Rodney White.
yeah, yeah. My man, Rodney White.
I remember.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rodney White was that
yeah, I
guy
remember
too.
you was. Yeah, you was. I remember you was trying to get all the Jersey
Yeah,
talent to Mount Zion.
yeah. Rodney came down there. He came down.
I kind of looked at you like, nah, why would I go to Mount Zion? I'm in Jersey at St. Pat's. You was
I
asking
didn't
that. You
know.
was
I
like,
didn't know the war. I didn't know the war
yeah,
even that it even
because
existed.
we ain't want to blow up your spot. I just let you go ahead and do what you do.
Say,
But I seen you working the camp.
say that again.
You was picking up bags. I said, I remember you going around scouting that week at ABCD. I remember you talking to a few Jersey kids. You're like, well, I'm thinking about going to Mount Zion. I'm like, oh, you must have talked
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah. I was on a call a few guys. I even had
Yeah, I
what's it
know.
called came down there for
I
a little
know.
bit. Khalid Corsi or Shabazz.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, that's what I'm telling you.
yeah,
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
So I know, I know you was talking to a lot of top Jersey
yeah,
talent
yeah,
come down there.
yeah.
Mount Zion, man, with Tracy. Yeah, man, we ain't gonna put that out there, but yeah. Yeah. So after you leave, you leave Mount Zion, you get into college coaching,
Yeah,
correct?
I really wanted to coach at Division One. I knew there was a path that I'd get to. At the time, coaching at Orange, I didn't know the path, but it went through Mount Zion. And as they were recruiting all of the players that we had in McGrady's year, 96, 97, I got a chance to network with some of the coaches. I got a chance to see me train guys. And then an opportunity came up at the University of Nebraska with Danny Nee. I went down there and
Okay.
interviewed. Right before that, I recently got married, and then I got the nod that I was going to get the job. And so I went off to the Big 12.
Yeah. I didn't never get my scholarship
I
offer,
was on you, though.
but
I was on you. I was on you. Yeah, I was on you. I remember.
you was on me. You was on me. You definitely was on me. Yeah, respect. You definitely was. You definitely. I can't lie. You definitely was in contact when you was in Nebraska, man. You definitely was. Definitely was. Did you coach Teron Lou while he was out there, or he came
No,
out?
I was when I was coming in, Teron Lou was leaving. But I'll tell you the story. There was an older assistant coach that worked there, Jimmy Williams, and Jimmy was a great mentor to me. And I remember my first year, I wasn't too far removed from playing, and so
Yeah.
he would always give me a hard time, that I went to North Carolina Central, which was Division II at the time, and they didn't have any players and this and that. And one day he came in the gym late, and he was telling me about how he used to play and how he could beat me. And I was still playing. I was still playing pickup ball over there in Nebraska. So we played one-on-one, and
Yeah.
I was still sharp, Sharon. I was still dismantled him real easy. Might have been like 11-4. So Teron comes back after his first year with the Lakers, and I see him down there talking to the assistant coach, and I'm shooting down the other end, and so he comes down there, and he says, "Coach, you want to get some work in?" So I was like, "Yeah, I'll work you out." So he was like, "Nah, one-on-one." I was like, "Oh, okay." Now listen.
Wait,
Teron Lou was all Big 12. What? Yep, good.
Before you finish that
Huh?
story, me and Al Harrington, Dante Jones, was at a wedding with my boy, and Tom Lou was at the wedding. I had asked him about it, but he never told me.
Yeah.
He never told me. He didn't say he knew you. But you never told me y'all played
No, the
1-on-1.
coach come on me. Now I'm gonna say
You
this:
never,
I did sprain my right thumb like maybe 5 days before that. So we go down there,
okay.
and by this time, some of the players and gathered around. So I'm like, oh man, okay, all right, it's about to go down. I remember scoring the ball like really easy the first 3 possessions because I'm a little taller than T. Lou. But
Yeah.
it was all off a pump fake to the basket or in the lane because I didn't feel shooting. I didn't feel comfortable shooting distance because of my thumb. So I
Yeah.
miss. And he gets the ball and
Uh,
he shoots 5 straight from the top of the key. So of course, now I gotta push up. And he was way too fast for that. Sherrod, he was way too fast for that. So I think he ended up beating me like
yeah.
11-4, and the assistant coach got his revenge through Ty Lue. But as my disclaimer, my thumb was hurting. So that's what I'm gonna use that.
Oh,
I'm gonna use that as my disclaimer.
oh, we gonna set that game up with Ty Lue, man.
Yeah, no, Ty Lue, man. I'm so proud of him, man. Um, Ty Lue was
Nah.
a rough customer
Good
back in the
coach,
day,
Ty
man.
Lue.
He was rough. He was a rough guy, man.
Yeah.
Real physical. Talked a lot of trash.
Yeah.
But
Oh
he
yeah.
definitely
Oh yeah.
matured as a person. And now a young man
Yeah.
into a man. He's carved his whole coaching career out. I'm proud that he did that.
Yeah. Ty Lue's good people,
Yeah.
man. He definitely did, but he definitely didn't tell me about that 1-on-1 at the wedding, man.
Yeah, he might not
He said,
remember.
yeah, no.
Coach Williams put him on me. I saw him
Yeah.
down there say, man, let me go down there. I was like, oh, man. He brought the heavy artillery in.
Yeah. That's a funny story right there, man. Yeah. So you stay at Nebraska. How long you
2
stay at
years.
Nebraska?
2 years.
2 years.
And Danny Nee did not have his contract renewed, and they brought in I can't I think it was somebody from Butler. I can't remember
Okay.
his name. But anyway, he didn't keep the staff on, and I came back to North Carolina, and Coach Joe Hopkins, who was the coach at Mount Zion, got the head coaching job there. And he got me from Nebraska to Mount Zion. I became his assistant at Shaw, where we had
Okay.
another dominant run with Flip Murray. Yeah,
Yeah, man. I remember that. Murray, you was trying to get me.
yeah. I
I
tried
remember
to get you
Flip.
down there. I guess you didn't want to play with me. You didn't want to play for me, man. You didn't want to play for me at at uh, at Mount Zion, Nebraska, or Shaw.
Oh
One
man,
more.
come
We'll
on
get to
now,
that.
man.
There's one more. There's one more year. Because I tried to get you when I was at Cheney for your last year too.
Oh
Yeah, yeah. So you shut
yeah.
me down like 4 times. See, and
Nah.
I'm still on your podcast. No hard feelings. We orange guy. We orange guy.
Yeah, you always family,
There it
man. You
is,
always
right there.
family, man. You always got a door open for you, man.
There it is.
For real,
There
man.
it is.
You know, I might have been young and blinded back then, man.
No, I mean you were talented.
Should smack the
When
game.
you talented, you got your pick of the litter. You go where you want to go.
You should smack me. Say, come
I
on, man.
thought about it, man. I thought about it. I thought about pulling the family card and calling Kevin and Nate and Veronica. I thought about it,
Yeah,
but I said no. I gotta let him go where he want to go.
you should, man. Because Flip Murray did his thing, man. Out of Shaw,
Yeah,
man.
no.
So
Flip
yeah.
Murray's a tough customer, man. He was a tough customer
Would
at
you?
our level. He was a killer, man. When he got to the NBA,
Would you
I
find?
just really felt like he played out of position. I really thought he could play the point guard there. but they wanted him at the 2. And at the time, you remember when he was at Seattle, and Ray Allen was hurt, like he was like number 4 in the scoring for like the first 10, 12 games.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Ray Allen came back. They sat my man
yeah. I don't, you know, Flip was tough, man. Flip was a killer. Flip like talk a lot of trash, and I don't think Ray Allen wasn't in that space where he wanted to go mano y mano with a Division II guy. But I'll tell you this, Ray Allen or anybody, Flip was a tough customer one-on-one for anybody. So in practice, I think he was giving Ray some fits and telling him about it. He was giving him some fits and telling him about it at the same time. Yeah, and I don't think that went over too well. I don't think that went over too well.
Yeah, I do remember Seattle moving on from him. Then they send him. I forgot what they said. Yeah.
He's tough, man.
It was like right after that playoff game, Ray Allen was looking like, man, I gotta get back out there.
Yeah.
Flip Bird was carrying Seattle. So yeah. Ray Allen said, "Ain't hurt no more."
Yeah, no, you're right.
Back here, coach.
I just really felt if he was at the point guard, I felt more comfortable with him there. He wasn't a natural shooter. He had a nice mid-range game, could get to the basket, could finish. But I thought at his size and ball handling and underrated passer, I just thought that he would be better at the point guard position.
Okay. Yeah. Y'all win some titles at Shaw?
We won the CIAA championship. Flip got MVP of the league. He got regional MVP, and he got national MVP. And we lost. We came within one possession of getting to the championship game. We lost in the Final Four. One shot of getting there, and it just didn't happen for us.
Yep. From Shaw, how many years you at Shaw?
We were at Shaw 2 years, and again, the coach had some issues with contract negotiations, and we parted ways. Then he went into another line of work, and where I got divorced in 2000, and I met my present wife the year after my first year at Shaw, and I stayed with her, and then the next year I got the opportunity to go to Cheney University,
in Pennsylvania.
back up north in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. How did you do out there at Cheney, man?
That was my first head coaching job. And we were really solid the first semester. I think we were like 7-4. And then at the break, I brought in a monster, Ryan Sidney from Boston College. He was all Big East.
Yeah.
And I think he was Michigan Player of the Year out of high school. And we went on a 15-game winning streak. We lost in the semifinals of the conference. We went on to national play. And this was my first year. We won our first game, but lost the second game to go to the Sweet 16. Rebuilt the team the next year. And my third year, we got a little bit better. My fourth year, we were even a little bit better. We brought some orange love in there, in by way of Mike Fryer.
Mike who?
Mike Fryer.
Okay. Oh, Mike Fryer.
Mike Fryer? Yeah. You know the Fryer.
Yeah. I
And
know.
no, he played well. He played well as a bigger point guard, and we got a good run the last couple of games of the season, and we played well through the tournament and got to the finals. The first time they had been there since '85.
Mm.
We ended up losing in the finals, and then the next year we were pretty dominant. We ended up 15-1 in the conference, and we got a tournament bid again. It had a tough loss to a Alderson Broadus team,
Okay.
and that was my last year. That was my last year at Cheney, but that was also the year Black Magic came out, and so I was hot with a good season and doing a lot of speaking engagements on behalf of my father, who didn't want to do the whole touring thing for the documentary.
Your father's an NBA legend, man.
Yeah, man, he did his thing at Winston-Salem and got an opportunity to play in the NBA, but the same things we're going through now with
He was part of the big protest with Bill Russell
yeah,
and all them guys.
they were denied food at a restaurant, and
Is it that picture?
they said they weren't going to play.
Is he in that picture with Bill Russell and Jim Brown in there?
I know the picture I think I know the picture you're talking about. I don't think he is.
Okay. But
I don't think that was the same year.
Your father, Cleo Hill Sr., is like top 10 all time in Jersey, ain't he?
Yeah, no, he made the all century team.
He's like top 10 all time.
Yeah, no.
He was on
Some
that.
basketball players at that time.
He was on the great Weequahic High School team that was ranked in the country, wasn't he?
No, Shabazz High School.
Shabazz.
At that time, it was Malcolm X Shabazz.
Yeah. They was ranked in the country.
No, big
school.
things.
Yeah. York High School ranked in the country. Yeah, that's big. They say your pops was like the Air Jordan of his time, man.
That's what they called them. A lot of comparisons to Jordan, and I could never see that because of the height difference.
Okay.
As I talk to people now that I'm back in coaching, and people reference my father, people from the NBA that I've met over the years. A couple of people have compared him to Dwayne Wade. Some Kyrie Irving and some Russell Westbrook. So,
Is it true? Oh, is it true he used to come out with a cape on?
Look, I heard that.
He came out in warm up.
He had a silk cape that said Mr. Basketball.
Just letting people know it was showtime. That's
guys call that's that drip right there.
Yeah, that's a drip.
Yeah, silk cape. Yeah, the stories, since I've been here at Winston-Salem State, the stories are endless, man. They're endless. Definitely a different guy. Definitely a different guy.
Huh? Hold on. Take it to the CBS host, Billy Packer, man, when he was at Wake Forest, man.
Yeah. I asked to talk to Billy on a couple of occasions, man, and the way he spoke about him, and when I went to Missouri for his induction into the NCAA Hall of Fame, I met Bo Ryan, who was at Wisconsin, and he said he remembered hearing about him, and it was like when they were talking about him, look, we're gonna go see him play at this court. He said it was like Paul Bunyan, like they was going through some bushes to get to the court. I was like, what? He's not.
Like on Blue
Believe it.
Chips, like on Blue Chips when they went to go see Shaq.
Yeah, he made it seem like that. And you know, there's a lot of stories about him, man. You know, they come from New Jersey as well.
Yeah.
But I'm hearing a lot more now that I'm here in North Carolina at Winston-Salem State.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I heard about the legendary cape. I'm like, nah, no way. Yeah, he's like, nah. The man came in the warm-up line with a cape. Like,
yeah, that's different, right? Yeah, that's different.
That's marketing right there.
Yeah, it is.
It is. Yourself early, man. But yeah. So now you're the head coach at Winston-Salem program. Run us through the history of Winston-Salem, the type players that came to Winston-Salem, man.
Well, I skipped over Shaw. After Cheney, I went to Shaw.
You went back to Shaw.
And went back as a head coach. And had some great players there, man. I had some great players from North Carolina and as far as up as Philadelphia. Having those Philadelphia contacts, I got Malik Alvin, who was transferring from Binghamton.
Okay.
And then I had another guy from Chester, Pennsylvania, Devin McClendon.
Okay.
And then I had the Smith guys, Tony and Raheem Smith. So I had some good teams down there, man, for 7 years.
7 years at Shaw. How many chips you won at Shaw? And,
just the one. We won in 2011, but probably the better team was the 2012. We played Duke that year, and we won the league the first time since 1991. So we won all of our conference games, and we were ranked number 5 in the country going into the CIAA tournament. And, you know, the heads were so big on my guys, man, from winning the conference. They didn't think there was any competition in the tournament because they had beaten everybody. Yeah. And we got knocked off by Winston-Salem State. Bobby Collins' coach team, they knocked off, and the gym was packed, and everybody was going against us, trying to knock off the Giant.
Tell them about how the experience is at a CIAA, HBCU conference tournament, man. Well,
I mean, people are starting to hear more about it now. Yeah. I think coming to an HBCU, I think you get the best of all three worlds. I think you get a quality education. I think the social life is really good.
Yeah.
And basketball-wise, you get a chance to play against top-level competition and also play in top-level atmosphere.
Yeah, the atmosphere.
So I think it's great. I think more players, even more ranked players, are starting to look at an avenue of HBCU. I've never gone to a historically white college, but at the HBCUs, we're not so quick to throw guys away. We understand that it's challenging out in this world, and you know it's a bad thing when a black man doesn't have a degree. That can be a challenge. Even if you have a degree, as we see, it's still challenging. That makes it tougher. So a lot of guys are starting to look, and their parents are starting to look at this avenue. And I think you're going to see more of it over the next couple of years.
Yeah, definitely. Kids are talking about it because you know they want to be home. You know what I mean? Because HBCU, you feel like you're home.
Yeah, I mean, you can feel comfortable. I think the guys and I've had quite a few Division I transfers, and last year I had 4 on the team, and even one that came from 2 that came from historically white colleges. They did talk about the comfort level. They did talk about the nurturing from the coaches and the instructors. Big. I think that gives you the best opportunity to learn when you have a high comfort level.
Yeah, because like my experience, I played D1. And then I went to a HBCU for a year, and I'm like, wow, it was an eye opener. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
You went to a,
huh?
you went to HBCU for a year.
Yeah, I was at Southern. New Orleans.
Oh, you couldn't come. Okay, you couldn't come play. Okay, you know what? You know what, man? Look, let's terminate this podcast right now, man. Let's. Wow, I couldn't even. All right, you know what? We can move on.
It was,
Come on, we can get past that.
it was a weird situation. I don't know how it got there, but yeah, guy called me. It was like right before Hurricane Katrina. He had called me, and
And so you enjoyed the experience.
yeah, I'm like, man, if I didn't know him better, I'm like, man, I went to the HBCU.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I think a lot of the transfers I get, a lot of them say that, and at Winston, it's even magnified at Winston because the atmosphere is like second to none. I would rival this atmosphere against, all of the top Division I schools, Duke included, because our student body and our alumni base are that powerful. They come to all of our home games and turn it all the way up, but now they're starting to come to the away games and taking over gyms.
Yeah, I see.
So no, it's a great time.
Yeah, I see. I see your page on Instagram, so I be seeing. I'm like, what's the sound? Look like it's a back party.
Yeah.
It's like, man.
Yeah, no, it's intense, man.
Yeah,
it's intense.
Yeah, I see, man.
But I think, Gerard, I think it's important to mention. I think a lot of HBCUs are like this, but my chancellor, in terms of the environment that he wants and the experience that he wants, he creates all of that. He creates all of it to make that happen, to make that atmosphere happen.
Yeah. A good HBCU atmosphere is definitely enjoyable, man. You won't be disappointed. I know that.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're definitely right.
You're gonna be like, man, I need to come here more often.
Yeah. Hey, you need to come down. You need to come down a couple of games, man. Say that again. I can't hear you.
Definitely check it out. But yeah, man.
I didn't catch any of that.
It was great.
Yeah,
it's great
definitely.
catching up with you, man. Going through young recruit about HBCU. I said, if you have never been to HBCU about your school, what would you tell them? You can talk to them right now.
Yeah, you got me breaking all kind of rules right now, Sherrod, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead. I think what I would tell my son, who is 8 years old, I would tell him you'll get a first class education. You'll have a first class experience. You'll have the benefit of social life and basketball, and you'll definitely come out of here being productive in society, doing something, probably what you choose to do. Because we have every major in the book, and our teachers and instructors are very nurturing. They're going to make sure you get the message, get the education, and make sure you walk across that stage.
HBCU, man. You got good, tough competition, good basketball. You got
definitely.
Coach, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely an opportunity that they have to look at, man.
Definitely. I got some great coaches down there too. And one of them's up north, Ricky Wilson. And I got one from down here, Lance Beckwith. Great guys, man.
Duval Simmons said, can you hire him? I think he's looking for a job, man. Duval Simmons.
I saw Duval pop up. No, that's coming. That could come. You never know. Duval said he got all the players down there.
Oh yeah. He do got the players in DMV in Virginia.
Yeah, he got all of them.
Yeah, he do. Yeah. He got big boys too. He ain't got no little boys.
Yeah, no.
He got big guys out there. So yeah,
Yeah, no, Duval got sent. Look at some of his players coming to HBCU.
yeah. Not St. Joe's.
Yeah.
You know, or Georgetown. You know how Duval do.
Somebody asked what the team looks like for this coming year, and we had a Zoom meeting the other. We look great. There's some gelling that has to be done with new guys. But I think from top to bottom, we're as good or better than last year. I look to be competitive in the conference and go on nationally, and continue putting Winston-Salem on the map.
Yeah, y'all played North Carolina last year, right?
Yeah, we got another game this year, but I cannot release the game.
Oh yeah, my bad, man. My bad. I can't get no exclusive.
No, but all I can say is it is as big as as UNC. That's all I can say about it. Yeah,
Okay.
as big, as big or bigger.
Okay. Are they in North Carolina?
Huh?
Are they in North Carolina or stayed over?
I'm gonna say, look, I'm gonna say North Carolina. That's all I can say. That's all I can say.
Don't say no more. Don't say no more. Don't
Yeah.
say no more. Don't say no more.
We got some good returners, man. We got some good returners coming back, and we got some good newcomers, man. We got some great freshmen coming in and some big time transfers.
Oh, okay. You back on your Mount Zion game now. It sounds like down there.
We didn't rebuild. We reloaded.
Okay, you reloaded.
Yeah, we reloaded. Repeating the CIAA, definitely.
Oh,
that's definitely on the menu. Yeah, definitely on the menu.
That's every March. CIAA tournament, HBCU in Charlotte.
Yeah, somebody said whoever wins this year is going to have an asterisk by their name because of everything that's going on. So I tell my guys I want that asterisk.
Yeah.
Give me that. I'll take it.
It's going to be packed this year because they didn't have it this past season.
Yeah.
So people going to make up. So
yeah.
They're going to make up out there next year. We're missing this year because it gets bigger and bigger every year out there, CIAA.
Yeah. We were definitely blessed to win the CIAA tournament, but we really felt like we were built for national play, and we didn't get that chance because of the COVID-19, and they canceled the tournament right after Gobert. We were in Pennsylvania when they canceled it. We were practicing that day. When the NBA closed down their season, and it was just a matter of time hearing something from the NCAA while we were at practice that Friday night.
I got another link for you. Mark Jarrell said he got somebody for you, man. But
yeah,
walk it. You can't. Hey, no discussing that on Walk and Talk, man. You ain't get me. You gotta hit.
You gotta give him my number, man. You gotta give him my number.
I got you. I give you your number, man.
Yeah, Mark. Hey, low key, man. Low key, Mark was tough, man.
Yeah.
He's tough,
man.
He's tough now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We got some hoopers around the way. We got some.
Yeah, but y'all left Orange. You know, y'all left us. Y'all left us. Y'all left us, man. All of y'all left us, man. It's all right. It's all right.
A lot of people got orange ties. You ain't lying.
Yeah, man. Like a lot.
Yeah, Orange could have had a nice team.
Yeah. Yeah. No, like real nice. Real nice.
Yeah, for real. For everybody that lived in that area, or family lived in that area, they would Orange high. It would have been crazy.
Yeah, it was a good time, man. A lot of talent, man. The recreation, I'm not sure how it is now, but at that time, the recreation department was great.
Let's talk about Central Playground was hotter than Rucker Park.
Hot, man. It's hot out there. It was hot.
The Central Playground. That's when you had Mark Jackson used to play in the Central Playground.
Yeah. All the guys, Mark Jackson, Rod Strickland, Kenny Anderson, they used to all come over.
Yeah, right there on Central Ave, right there at the park. When they at nighttime they call the pool MetLife because you hop over the
Yeah,
fence.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, good days, man. Good
Yeah, good
days,
day.
good days.
That was the heyday. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? That's when Harry James had it bumping over
yeah.
there.
No, Harry James was the orchestrator of that.
Yeah, that's when
Between Central Park, Elmwood Park, and Orange High, man, he
that's when
had some teams in
yeah,
those tournaments, man.
that's when all the Seton Hall players used to come play.
Yeah, no, it was
yeah,
great.
yeah. You didn't miss Central Ave back then.
Right.
yeah,
Peppermint Lounge.
yeah.
Peppermint
That's
Lounge was on Central Ave.
after party. The after party. I
Yeah.
was too young for that. I was too young. I just watched
Yeah.
them across the street at the park. We just looked.
Yeah.
Like, nah,
No,
keep
that's
going.
right. That was a good time in Orange. That was a good time to be in Orange.
Yeah. There was a lot of good basketball back then in Orange, man. You had to come to
Mm-hmm.
Orange, man. That's when I think Harry James had the pony deal,
Yeah.
pony sneaker deal.
Yeah.
And
I
he was
know I had mine. I had all the sneakers. Because me and Mike James, look, me and Mike James were best guys, man. That was my guy, man.
oh yeah,
And
Mike,
yeah,
yep.
yeah, he kept me. I had all the colors, all the t-shirts, shorts, socks, underwear, everything. I had the whole nine.
R.I.P. Harry James, man. Yeah. He
Yeah, man.
had some folks to jump in Orange and East Orange back then, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. I had Elevator Boy. He had a run. You know, Elevator had a run in the league. Yeah, just some overall good basketball, man. It's good basketball.
Yeah. Office down there, man. I know you ready to get back under. You can hear me?
Yeah, man. I got it. Can't stay up here.
What's your favorite? Yeah, man. Hear me, bro?
Now, say that again.
Your audio, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Your audio went out. I said, I know you got things to do rest of the day, man. I ain't gonna hold you too much longer. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. No, I appreciate you having me on, man. Appreciate it.
I think the last time I was in your area, I had a tournament NYBL, you was out of town. When I was out there.
Yeah.
I think we'll be out there sometime next month, though. And
Let me know.
Yeah.
Let me know, man. You got my digits. We'll hook up, man. Get some chicken and waffles.
Shoot,
Yeah.
I went to Donnell spot out there in Winston-Salem. You got a little lounge out there. The Donnell that played at Jersey City.
Yeah. No, Donnell came to a couple of games.
Yeah.
Yeah, Donnell played with my brother at Essex.
Yep. I went to the spot last time I was out there in Winston.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we'll meet up.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So, I think you're taking out this time, man, catching up with me, man.
Always, man. Family.
Yeah,
Family.
Man, you gotta give us all access as the season comes, man.
Hey, let me know. We can make that happen. We can make that happen.
Let them see what it look like in that gym at HBCU, man. We got it jumping in there, man.
Hey, look, I got a lot of stuff on my website for people to check out, man. CleoHillJr.com. Check it out. It's a good read.
Hey, Mark talks about the time you introduced him to Tracy McGrady. Hey, ABCD.
Yeah, look, Mark had bounce, man, but I introduced him to bounce, though. Mark had bounce, but look, he got a chance to meet bounce.
Yeah, T Mac was taking off. Definitely was taking off back then.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I appreciate it, man. We got to do this, like I said, man, as the season come back, man. You let us see what HBCU, you know what I mean? See your practices and stuff, man.
Hey, anytime, just hit me up. You got it.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. You know I am, bro. You know I am.
There it is.
Mark laughing at